Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. At least good morning in the Eastern Standard Time of the US. That's where I'm at right now. Still drinking coffee, so if I am wobbling my head a little bit, that's just me trying to shake the caffeine up to my brain. Don't know if it actually works, but we're going to give it a try today. Speaking of which, we're going to give a lot of different things a try today. If you're new to this live stream, I have done live streamed Pilates classes before on Twitch and YouTube, which we are coming at you on both simultaneously. Maybe I should look at the camera, but from there, I've done a lot of live streaming before, but this series is slightly different. So this is a special user test live stream series of Pilates classes. I am currently a graduate student and I'm experimenting with some new tools to use in my live streams to see how they change the class, and I want your opinion on them. So one of those things is this thing. Let me see if I got the mirror right. There we go. Right there, pointing right there. One of these things is I've curated a special K-pop playlist for class today. So if you'd like to listen to some music while you move, you can scan the QR code there and partake in some music. Or if you're not a fan of what I've created, you can put on whatever music you want. You're a death metal person while you work out, more power to you. Love that. So we're going to go through a classic Pilates mat series. I'm going to incorporate some audience participation as we do this. I encourage you to participate, and after the class is done, I am going to pull up a website and QR code for a little feedback survey. It shouldn't take longer than 5 minutes to complete. I would really appreciate it if you could fill it out. Would love to get your opinion on your experience in class today. So with that said, a couple disclaimers about class. First of all, listen to your body, meet your body where it's at today. I find for me, it depends on the day. Finding our edge and pushing ourselves is one thing. Pain is not what we want. So if you ever experience any pain, please abort mission and either take a modification that I will provide, or meet us in the next exercise, just take a pause. All good. I will be providing modifications to simplify or advance the exercises. You are not required to choose one over the other. So once again, just listen to your body, abort mission for pain. If you have any questions before we get started as well, feel free to pop them in the chat and I can answer them. We have a couple more minutes before we get started. This class, you won't need any props. You just need your mat and yourself. So that's the magic of Pilates, is that we can get a really incredible workout and not need anything. It's a pretty magical experience. So one final thing, if at any point you do have a question during class, I want you to feel like you can participate. So if you do have questions, please pop them in the chat. I will be checking it frequently to get the temperature of the class and see how it's going. This is an interactive experience, and even though I can't see you, I want you to feel like, you know, we can talk like we're in the studio together all at once. All right, so with that, if this is your first time taking a Pilates class, welcome. Pilates is an incredible fitness system. It's been around for a very long time with a very interesting history. It's always an honor to be a New Yorker teaching Pilates in New York because the first studio was started here. And I find that Pilates is just great for everyone at any point in their life. So if you've come to class, you're feeling energized, you've come to class feeling not so great, a little bit of a rough morning, I guarantee you're going to feel great at the end of class. Everyone always walks out of Pilates feeling a couple inches taller and I would say a lot happier at the end of class. So with that, let's get started. And I'm gonna pull up our first experience here. So this is a vote, so please add in the comments what you would like to do. Would we like an upper body focus for class or a lower body focus for class? It doesn't change the baseline challenge of the Pilates experience. There's not necessarily something that's easier or harder. This is more of just, where's our focus going to lie more? Do we want to have a more upper body focus this morning or lower body focus? I'll give everyone just a few more moments to add in our chat what we'd like to do. I like both. Maybe I like upper body a little more. I don't know. All right, we've got one. Okay. The suspense. I have my own preference, so I'm fingers crossed for one thing over the other. All right, 10 more seconds. All right, looks like upper body is going to be our focus for class today. So with that, oh, hello friend. I have a little PA helping me today. So that was her head. Let's get started. So a little upper body focus for class today. You don't need any weights for this. And it's just as hard without weights. Like I said, there's a magic to this Pilates method. So we're going to start feet down, knees bent. I want you to just curl your head, neck, and shoulders up and just kind of reach for your heels. If you can just graze your heels with your fingers, that's a good spot for you to be. We don't want them too far. We don't want them too close. Let's work on finding our neutral spine position. You may have heard, something from the 80s where we smush our lower back into the mat. You can see here that my spine is completely imprinted into the mat. I'm going to encourage you to not do this. We're going to find neutral spine today. So what I want you to do is heavy your tailbone down towards the mat and reach it long on the mat. You'll see that my lower back lifted a little bit here. Only about 2 fingers worth can slide underneath that little lift. So it's not a total arch of the spine. This is not good because we dump into our lower back and it's painful. And this will stretch out muscles that we don't want to stretch and can also contribute to lower back pain. So our neutral spine is right in the middle. We're honoring the natural curves of the spine, but we're taking the extremities out. So you have that long tailbone, little lift in the lower back. Ribs are completely down. So you'll feel your front body have to draw down towards your back body to be able to find this position, but also stabilize through it. Bring your arms long down by your side, and we add on our upper body focus. So from here, take an inhale, exhale, lift your arms up to the ceiling, and then start to reach them behind you. Maybe they go all the way behind you, maybe they don't. That's okay. This is part of mobility. So wherever they are, keep the shoulders down away from the ears, nice wide collarbones, and feel the opposition of your fingertips reaching away from you and your shoulder blades gliding down your back. So we get a lot of length and stretch without the shoulders shrugging towards the ears. On your next exhale, like you're moving through a thick condiment of your choice, start to resist the arms slowly back down. Take an inhale. Exhale, arms lift up and over, back to that same position. We keep our neutral spine here, so it's easy to want to splay the ribs here. Keep closing the front 2 ribs towards your midline. Let's bring the arms back and resist with control. 2 more times here. On your next exhale, we resist. Create your own resistance here. We don't need weights to provide us with resistance. Last time, arms are going to come up and over. Keep the front of the ribs hugging towards center and bring them back down. Now from here, we take an inhale. Exhale, we curl our head, neck, and shoulders up into our Pilates curl. So keep that little lift in the lower back. Release your glutes here. Don't squeeze your butt too much. Tips of the shoulder blades are up onto the mat. Neck is nice and long and soft. We hold for 3, 2, 1. Lower down with control. Let's take that again. On your next exhale, we lift up. Feel that hug towards midline. Crease at your breastbone. So we're creasing at the breastbone, coming through the shoulders. So the shoulders don't round up with us. They stay nice and wide. Lower back down. We add on our arms that we did just before. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up and hold. Staying in your curl, you don't move. Arms reach back behind you and resist, bring them back down. Inhale, lengthen. Curl through your arms like a picture frame. Exhale, press down. 2 more times. And exhale. Last time. Hold here. Feel that reach of the arms. Curl up a little higher. And lower your arms back down. Bring your head, neck, and shoulders back to the mat. Shake your head out. If you are a beginner or this is your first time taking a Pilates class, you will feel it a little bit in your neck, since we're still working on building our core muscles. So what we don't want is the neck to completely strain and to be the prime support for keeping us up in the curl. If you feel that way, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down and perform the rest of the exercise with the head, neck, and shoulders down. Fun fact, it doesn't make it any less easy. It's actually sometimes harder. Let's add on here. We're moving right into our 100. So take your legs up to your tabletop position, zip your legs together. We want knees over hips, shins parallel to the floor. You should feel your core have to fire on, drawing down and up towards your face to be able to keep your legs in this position. If the knees are too close to the chest, it's too easy. So we want that little bit of reach with the toes. Take an inhale here. Exhale, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up and hold. We start to pump our arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keeping a mindfulness of the upper body here, since that is our focus today. And exhale. Inhale. After this next exhale, we hold. If you want, extend your legs for more of a challenge. We bring the palms to face inwards towards our body, and we pump out and in. And exhale. If you want, make some fists, soften the elbows. And exhale. We're mimicking our breathing. Inhale, we expand side to side with the breath. Exhale, everything hugs back together. For 3. And exhale. 2. Keep reaching the legs long. Last time. And exhale. Hug your knees into your chest. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Place one hand on top of each knee. Give yourself a little stir in the hip joint. And then reverse your circle. From here, legs reach long in front of you for roll up. Little upper body focus today. If you're a beginner, keep your arms up to the ceiling. If you'd like a little more of an advanced arm focus, arms are going to come back to frame your ears. They don't move from this position. Take an inhale. Exhale, we roll through our Pilates curl all the way up to seated. Lift up to dive forward. Check in with those shoulders. A lot of the stability and strength here for the upper body is going to be in our shoulder mobility and strengthening the back. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll up. Dive forward. Setting the shoulders on the back. Last time, exhale. Oof, that one was a tough one. Dive forward. And lengthen all the way down. From here, we're going to bring our palms to face each other. Bend your elbows so that your arms look like little L's. And I want you to hug your elbows towards your rib cage. Palms can stay nice and open, fingertips pointing to the ceiling. Press your triceps down into the mat. Think of rotating your triceps towards the floor. From here, we're engaging the back a little more. Point your right toe, lift the leg up to the ceiling. We keep this engagement of the upper body as you take the leg across the body, around and lift up. Trying not to shift onto that right arm as the leg travels out. Last time, keeping the collarbones wide, shoulder blades down the back. We reverse. And lift. Out. Around and up. Last time. And up. Flex the right foot, reach it long down to the mat. Check in with that upper body. Find the back engaged more so than the top of the shoulder. Think of your arms as part of your back. Use the back to stabilize your arms. Point your left leg. Toe. There we go. That's anatomy. Lift it up. 3 circles in each direction. The larger the circle, the more engaged the upper body has to stay. And engaged doesn't mean tension. We still want to have a softness here. Reverse your circle. For 2. Last time. Flex your foot, lengthen it long down to the mat. From here, hug your knees into your chest, shake it out. And now for our ab series. Who's ready for ab series? We love that. Do we? I don't know. I just said that. I think instructors like the ab series more than our clients like the ab series, which I understand. It can be very spicy. Let's start with our single leg stretch with our upper body focus. You're going to take your hands, make a triangle. Bring that triangle to the center of your right thigh. From here, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up and extend your left leg long for single leg stretch. Now press your hands and your leg into each other like they're fighting each other. Find that tension. And then switch. Find that same tension on the other side. And push. And push. Keep your curl. And push. For 2. Last time. Hug your knees in, lower, down. For our double leg stretch, little coordination from the reformer. We're going to find that bent elbow position. This time the palms are going to face away from us towards our feet. From here, the elbows never lift. Our triceps stay down onto the mat. On your next exhale, you curl your head, neck, and shoulders up and hold. From here, press your arms down. Feel a reach with the fingertips, but also tension as you press the mat away. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Lower your head, bend your elbows. These next 4 coordination moves, we never lower our head, neck, and shoulders. So get ready. Let's find our curl, find our tight ball. As you press the arms down, your legs lengthen long, hold. Open your legs, close your legs, bend your knees, bend your elbows, little triceps. Press out long, open, close, bend your knees, bend your elbows. 2 more times. Knees, elbows, it's a new dance. Open, close, bend your knees, bend your elbows, lower on down. Moving right into scissors, that same triangle tension move that we did with single leg stretch, we bring back into our scissors. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Find that center front of your right thigh. Your legs shoot to your scissor position. Press the arm and leg together. Press, press, and switch. Pulse, pulse, and switch. Pulse, pulse. Pulse, pulse. Draw that waist down for 3, 3, 2, 2. Last set. Last one. Lower down. Over halfway there, we move on to our lower lift. From here, little shoulder mobility is part of this. Find your curl, head, neck, and shoulders are up. Float your arms by your hips, legs lift up to the ceiling. Be mindful that your lower back doesn't smush down. From here, we lower the legs as we lower the arms. We reach our arms, try and tap our toes. Lower. And lift, tap. Lower and lift, tap. Keep those shoulders away from the ears. Last time. And lower down. Final exercise in this series, crisscross. Take an inhale. Exhale, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. From here, left leg comes long, think single leg stretch. you take that left hand, press into your knee and twist and curl up. And then switch and switch. See how that tension helps you get up higher. Twist and reach for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Lower down. Stretch your left leg long. Take your right arm out to the side. Quick supine twist here. My lower back just cracked like a sheet of bubble wrap. And then come back through center, switching sides. Breathing easy, let it feel good. And then come back through center. Separate your legs the width of the mat. Bring your arms up to the ceiling or to frame your ears. Flex your toes, feel a lot of reach. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll all the way up to seated. All right, we are making a lot of progress in our class today, but I think it's time for another audience participation element. So we're about at the 50% level. Pick a vibe for the second half of class. Do we want to up the spicy level, or do we want to focus more on stretchy elements? Excuse me. And by stretchy, I don't mean shavasana in yoga where we're just taking a nap. Well, that's also not what shavasana is, but that like very meditative thing. We're still going to move. There's still a bar of challenge. The stretchy element is more of a lengthen, opposition, stretch and stabilize type of stretchy. So it's a Pilates stretchy. I'll give everyone a couple more seconds here. Spicy is easy. We can always go spicier. I'm a Pilates teacher. Everything's always, can always get spicier. But I also love a stretch. Stretching is underrated. Okay, we're feeling spicy this morning. All right. Polls are closed. I think we're going a little spicier today. So we're going to up our shoulder mobility here with a couple of drills in a seated position. So let's start in our spine stretch forward position. You're going to separate your legs a little wider than mat width distance apart. It's important that you sit up on your pelvis here. So you'll feel those bony landmarks in your booty. Those are your sits bones. That's where we want to be seated. If you feel like your lower back is rounding and that you can't quite sit up on your seat, I want you to take a bend of the knees. Find a little tilt of the pelvis forward so that you can sit up nice and tall. Or you can always sit on a book, a yoga block, anything to elevate the hips so that you can get a little more mobility through your lower half. I would rather your knees be bent and you're sitting up nice and tall than the legs are straight and your back's rounded and you feel like you're reaching to sit. Defeats the purpose of the exercise. So wherever you're at today, we find that long, tall spine. We don't have a back to our imaginary chair, but I want you to imagine that you do. So we're sitting right up on those sits bones, the ring of the pelvis, the ring of the rib cage, and the ring of the crown of the head all line up as concentric circles. We add our spicy upper body focus here. So take an inhale here, lift the ribs from the hips and grow taller. Exhale, slide and dive forward. Lift your ribs to the ceiling, drop your head. Stack your spine all the way up to tall and hold. Keeping this position of the spine, your arms lift up and over behind you. Maybe they tap the mat, maybe they don't. It's all about shoulder mobility. Bringing the arms forward, we take that again. Exhale, spine stretch forward, slide and dive. Press a little down with the arms here. Engage the side body. Stack all the way up to tall. Lift up and over, maintaining that lift in the waist. And back to our start position one more time like this. Stacking up to tall. Lift the arms up and over, tap. Now we stay up and just move the arms. We lift up and tap. And bring them forward. Feel your shoulder blades moving along your back to initiate this movement. 2 more times. And lift. Last time. And lift. This time bring the arms behind you, prop up on the fingertips or keep the hands down and just reach your sternum through your shoulders. Drop the head maybe, find a little extension. From here, stack all the way up to tall. We bring our arms out to our sides like a T. Little more arm exercises here. Staying lifted, I want you to find a little press down of the arms. Imagine my hand is underneath your arm and you're pressing down on it, like we're gonna pull up out of a pool or something. From here, keeping that tall spine, that little press down, we wring out the waist, twist to the right, and come back through center. Twist, keeping the back engaged, and center. And twist. How does that press down lift you so that you can twist deeper? Come back through center. I'll do that again. Twist. Feel that little press down, how it lifts you up, and you can deepen your twist. And come back through center. Hold here. Little arm circles. Now just the arms are moving. We don't want the whole body to move. Little circles. Lengthening the arms like we're drilling into a wall. And now reverse. No weights, and I'm feeling the burn. Doesn't look like you're doing much, but you're working your shoulders. For 3, 2, and 1. Lower the arms down once more. Take that little extension, shake it out. All right, one more thing here. I'm going to turn to face camera this time. Stay in that position. I'll just cross my legs. Your arms are out to a T. You're going to bend your elbows into a cactus position so that they're 2 L's. Staying lifted in the spine. We're going to bring the arms towards center and open them out. And bring them in. Squeeze the shoulder blades on the back. This whole time, we keep the core engaged. So we don't splay the chest when we open the arms. We keep that hug towards center. Last time. Lower the arms down for a moment. Roll the shoulders back. One final exercise here before we move on to our stomach for extension. Arms come back up to that cactus position. We add on to that movement. We bring the arms close to center. We lift them up to the ceiling. We open them out to the side to that L position, bringing them in. Lift them up. Open, bring them back to that L position. 3 more times. Now, if we had weights with this, I've done this with weights, it's wild. Lower down, take a couple of shoulder rolls in both directions, maybe a little shimmy if that's feeling good. And we'll make our way down onto our stomach for swan. We still have more arms in swan. So swan's already an upper back exercise, so we're gonna get a lot of focus there to begin with, but you did vote for spicy, so we're gonna add more. Forehead comes down to the mat. You're gonna bring your arms out to your side into that that cactus position. I've heard it said as cactus or goalpost. Really depends on what you're into. So whatever fantasy you're into, just find that L shape with the arms. Keeping the head, neck, and shoulders down, lift your abs and draw your pelvis down towards the mat. We're essentially finding neutral spine on our stomach here. So we're taking the extremity out of the spine curvature so that we're not just dumping into the lower back here. So that lift of the abs and that engagement of the pelvis towards the floor is going to help us find that. From here, you're not going to lift your head up. You're just going to lift your arms. Holy moly. And lower them down. And lift. and lower down. 2 more times. And lower. Last. We add our upper body. You lift up into your swan with your little wings to the side. And lower down. And lift with your abs and upper back. And lower down. Last time like this. And then we add more fun. You lift your arms and head up. You reach your arms forward. Bend them back to cactus. Lower down. Lift up. Reach. Bend. And lower. Last time. Reach. Bend. And lower. Press yourself back into a quick child's pose here. And let's stretch out the triceps here. You're going to bend your elbows in your child's pose. Wrap your fingers together. Bend your elbows backwards. I don't know if I actually meant bend your elbows backwards, now that I think about it. Is that something we can do? Pilates just gets me so excited about all the possibilities we can do with our body that it makes me go, yeah, we can bend our elbows backwards. Why not? Release your arms forward. And let's come back to our prone position. We're going to do one more round of upper body and back work here. So that's going to be we're going to add a little bilateral work here. So we're going to do some single arm work and some side work as well. So we're going to start with our arms out in our cactus position, just as we did. And then I want you to take your right arm and bring it long by your side. So we have one arm out and one arm long by our side. This long arm is still working. Press your palm into your side so that you activate your arm, the back of your arm. I want you to feel your triceps spiral up towards the ceiling. We do a single arm swan here. You lift up into your cactus arm, long arm situation. Now this looks kind of silly, but it's going to require you to recenter and re-square, since we took a stability point away, and lower. One more time on this side, and lower. This time we lift up and hold. We switch in the air, and lower down. And lift, and lower. Now this side feels completely different. And lift, hold. Bring both arms to your cactus, reach them long in front of you. Keeping the legs down, just swim the arms. Up and down, up and down, up and down. For 4, 3, 2, 1, you're done. Press yourself back. Find another child's pose. It's still a spicy class, but I'll make sure to reward you for your hard work. Always. Also, recovery is underrated. Am I right? Whatever feels good in this child's pose. All right, moving on to our side kick series here. Now you're probably wondering, how are we going to make side kicks more upper body focused? I have a solution for you. So from here, what's going to happen is, instead of lying down on our arm here, we're going to prop up on our forearm. So it's going to be a little bit of a side plank position. We find the same position where our upper body is to the back of the mat and our feet are to the front. But now that we're using this more lifted position, it's going to require you to fire on that side body, your lats, and all of your shoulder to stay stable. If this is too difficult, or you're experiencing pain or questionable discomfort, take the standard position of lying down with your head in your hands or bicep as a pillow. If you do take this position, I want you to feel a little bit more lift underneath your arm here. Feel your elbow drag towards your center line. So almost like you're gonna pull this mat in towards you with your elbow. When I do that, you can see I get a little bit more of a lift and a little bit more engage of my back and shoulders. So you can still have that focus without going the full spicy level of being up in this semi-side plank position. Classic leg series here, so let's get moving. Hips stay stacked. You lift the top leg up. We kick, kick, point, reach it back behind you. Keeping the height of the leg the same as the leg, even as the leg travels behind you. 2 more. Last time. Bring the leg to a hover. We flex, lower, tap, point to lift. Flex, lower, point, lift. 2 more times. Last time like this. Now we flex to lower, point to lift. Flex to lower, point to lift. 2 more times. Last time, stay lifted. Point your toe this time. Little external rotation from the hip. 5 circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse your circle. Don't sink into the shoulder. 2, 1. Lower down. Little transition. It's a stretch. Seated figure 4. So you can sit without, you can bring your fingertips to face you, have them face away, whichever is more comfortable. The leg we just worked is going to come up, ankle towards knee. And then from here, you can start to close your shape to get more of a stretch in your figure 4. Keeping the chest open and a nice lift of the back. We don't want to slouch here and sink into the shoulders. This is just a nice way to mix up the figure 4. And then let's release that, come to the other side. So we'll take that same lifted position. Obviously, do what you did on side 1, on side 2, so that we're even. All right, let's set this up. So we look like little check marks, keeping the hips aligned. Really feel that lift underneath here. So press your forearm down into the mat, roll the shoulder open, nice wide upper body. We take that top leg up, we kick, kick, point, reach it back behind you, and kick, kick, point, reach. 2 more times. And reach. Last time. After this last one, we bring the leg to a hover. We point lower, flex to lift, point lower, flex to lift. Don't sink into that shoulder. I'm watching you, believe it or not. Now flex to lower, point to lift. Flex to lower, point to lift. 2 more times. Last time, point to lift, hold. Little external rotation. Check in, press the mat away. We go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Woohoo! Come on to your full booty, not just on the side of your booty. Figure 4, crossy, pulley, stretchy, all really scientific terms I'm using here. I like to say stretcheroo. I think it's fun, because stretching is fun. It's completely underrated, and it's great. If you ever have questions about stretching, would love to answer them. It's one of my favorite things to do, and we could all use more of it in our lives. All right, so in lieu of teasers today, we're gonna do a little extra arm focus, spicy arm focus to close today. So we'll start in our front support position, and we're gonna add some new or different types of push-ups, and then we're gonna take a standing arm series to close. So spoiler alert, but a little bit different. We're being a little rebellious from our classical system today for the end. So let's find the back edge of our mat. We're gonna come to stand. For our front support, heels together, toes apart in our Pilates stance. And I want you to think that you have a mat behind you. We end in front support for a reason in classic mat. It's to take what we've done on the mat, lying down, and bringing it to our standing orientation so that when we leave class, we end standing and we walk away with what we've learned. It's a pretty poetic, beautiful thing, and it makes perfect sense. It's one of my favorite fun facts about the system and just how intentional it is. With all that, let's get back to moving. You're like, good, she's stalling so we don't have to do push-ups. Take an inhale. Bring your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your hands out into whatever plank position works for you today. We're just going to hold this plank. I want you to be mindful of your shoulders. Push the mat away. We don't want to sink into the shoulders. Feel a lift away from the floor. Hold here for one more count. And then pike your hips up to the ceiling, down dog. We walk our hands back to meet our feet and slowly roll up to tall. We now add the push-ups. Inhale, arms come up to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your hands out to your planks. We do wide elbow push-ups, so think less of a T and more of an arrow here. We bend and lift. Just 3 more. 2 more. Last time. Pike your hips up to the ceiling. Walk your hands back. Slowly roll up. I'm going to sound like a broken record just for a little longer. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. We do our tricep push-ups here. So close elbows to the ribs. We lower and lift for 3 and 2. Last time. Pike your hips up. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Slowly roll all the way up to tall. Grand finale. We do serratus push-ups. Forward fold. Walk your hands out. From here, find a forearm plank, either lifted or on your knees. Little bit different here, like you're squeezing a pencil in between your shoulder blades. Lower your chest and lift it up. Just your chest lowers. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Last time. Lift up into your plank. Final down dog. Wah! I hope you breathed better than I did. Walk your hands back to meet your feet and slowly roll all the way up to tall. Some final arms here. You can take these standing. I don't think I'll be able to get my head in frame. That's okay. So I'm going to take these kneeling so you can see me. Otherwise, I would encourage you to take these standing. You don't need weights. Nothing special, just yourself. Let's begin. So we bring our arms out to the side like a T, like we did before with saw and spine stretch. From here, bend your elbows. Bring your palms to face you. We want the elbow aligned with the shoulder. Now from here, make fists, like we're a little angry. Oop, there we go, now I'm even. Now from here, little bicep curl. Keeping the elbows aligned with the shoulder. The arms go out, and then bend at the elbow. Curl in like you're pulling in 300 pounds. Take it out long. And bend it in. And out. And resist. Keep the elbow lifted. That's what makes these hard. Last time. And bend, bring it in. From here, bring your arms out to a rounded position. So from above, they should look more like this, not like this, not like this. Open round position. We hug a tree. Give yourself a little fist bump and open it up. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind your back. Draw the arms forward nice and slow and open. This is not about speed. It's also not about the number of reps. We want to focus on doing less reps with more intention and better technique than a lot of reps where maybe about a third of them we kind of throw away. I know I've been there at the gym when I've done multiple reps. So let's be mindful with these 3 to 5 reps that we do that they're really good. From here, arms come back out to a T. You lower the arms down, lift them all the way up, keep the palms facing away, press down with control. Resist like you're pushing something away. Push, push, push all the way down. Lift the arms up. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Squeeze a lemon underneath your armpit. Push, push, push away. 2 more times. And resist. Keep reaching the fingertips away like you're pressing a crowd away at a concert. Last time. Press, 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 press. Final thing here, we take a little side bend to finish. Arm comes up to the ceiling. Make a fist. Side bend over. Bend the elbow. Get a little stretch in the chest here. Try to roll the shoulder open a little bit. Reach the arm long. And then bend at the elbow. And reach. And bend. One more time. This time, keep it long. Come all the way up to tall. We switch sides. Side bend. Bend and straighten. You're getting a lot of stretch through your side body here. Hanging out. 2 more. Last time. Come all the way up. Let's end with both arms in a shaving position. This is a classic Pilates arm exercise. It's aimed at your triceps, and then we'll be done. So from here, hands will come to that triangle position that we were working on before in our ab series. Option to bring it to your forehead or behind your head. Behind your head's a little more challenging because your chest has to open a little more. And by open, we don't mean lose the abs, pop the chest. Find that hug towards midline. From here, bend at the elbows, shave the back of your head off, and then bend, bring it back in. And shave. And bend. Let's go 3 more here. Drawing the abs in and up, shoulders down. 2 more times. My shoulders really want to come up, and the work is in keeping them where they are. Last time. Lower down, shake it out. Let's take a little shoulder stretch here. Take your right arm across your body. Pull the shape towards you. And then switch sides. Let's bring our triceps, so bend your right elbow, press it down, or if you're feeling more flexible, you can bring the hand from behind and grab onto the fingertips and get a little bit more of a stretch here. Release with control, we go to the other side. Level 1, level 2. Keep breathing even as you stretch. Release the stretch, shake it out. 3 shoulder rolls in each direction. Let them feel good. Catch your breath. Recenter. Shake it out. And you are done with class. Woohoo! Oh, thanks, PA. Great job, everyone. Thank you for hanging out with me for class. I hope you enjoyed this upper body focus class. With that, I would love to hear your feedback on how it was. Did you like the participation element of it? Would you rather just me pick things for you? What'd you think of my K-pop playlist? Anything you'd like me to know, if you would be so kind to just briefly fill out this survey to let me know how it went so I can make these better. I have timed this survey, it shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes, and that is a promise. There is another option at the end if you'd like to give me more feedback. If you have more time and want to, you can always provide me more feedback in that survey, or you can DM me on Instagram. I am at MoveWSarah, MoveWSarah. Just realizing I don't have my Instagram in this card. I will fix that for next time. DM me on Instagram, but please, if you can, fill out this survey. I'm going to leave a little time now to let you fill it out, and I hope to see you in my next class. The next one in this series is this coming Wednesday, November 9th at 7:30 p.m. EST. We'll be streaming both on Twitch and on YouTube, so you can join me on either platform. Would love to hear from you, would love to see you in class, even though I technically can't see you. Love to see you in the comments. So yeah, I hope you can come to more of these. Would love to keep moving with you, and thank you again for being awesome, and see you soon on the mat. Bye everyone, thank you.